Hello, everyone. We all know the pandemic has stopped the world in every way. We see all around the world people who have been devastated by this. Lives have changed, and now everybody's home, trying to do their best by adapting to a new normal and reduce the risk of contamination. Not the anti-maskers, of course. We all see this as something terrible, and we carve the day that everything's back to normal. But have you ever stopped to consider what this means to the world?
In the past months, since the pandemic started, besides the obvious changes in our daily lives, something else has changed. And that's right, nature. It's finally healing. We see examples of it all around the globe. Uh, the ozone layer is coming back to what it used to be. The wildlife in some areas have repopulated, and different species have been seen all around the planet. And this is because the reduction of human activity and contamination, and it's having a positive impact in our wildlife. For example, in Venice, amazingly, in the water streams that are all over the city, we have seen dolphins and different kind of fishes that have been years since they didn't appear. And also in New Delhi, in India, monkeys now have the control of their streets. There are monkeys all over the place walking around the city. Also, coyotes have been seen in central avenues in Chicago and other cities in the US. We understand that basically the world's economic activities can be stopped completely. People need to keep making money, they need to keep eating, and they need to keep producing. But how are we using this pandemic and all this world healing to educate ourselves and think if we are doing it right and we are being conscious about what we did to the world before the pandemic and how the world is sending us a message that he needs to breathe.
And whereas this might be good, it's only for a while, as you mentioned. Because when the pandemic is over and we go back to our lives, all of this nature healing will be for nothing. The industry will boom again, and what was being healed will be affected again. This will happen if we don't take the correct precautions and continue to improve in better ways to help the environment. The pandemic also has shown us how quickly the world would heal if we just change our habits. Now that we are stuck in this quarantine situation, a lot of stuff has happened around the world, despite the fact that we are in lockdown. In some areas in the United States, deer and bears have reappeared on streets, and here in Mexico, birds that have believed were gone also reappeared in certain areas. Being locked down has helped to reduce the carbon emissions from cars, machines, tractors, factories, and most of the industry sector. Production all around the world has been reduced, and people are not consuming the products that they were consuming before this pandemic started. This has shown us that we can survive and help the planet as well, but we have to stop and take action. This quarantine is helping everybody to understand that the world needs to slow down on pollution and have a better regulations that protect the environment. Also, it is helping the society to analyze and measure the damage that we as the world's population have caused to it. By observing the wildlife and biodiversity coming out again, humans need to sustain the healing and that the quarantine has provoked. Societies in this danger ignore the signs that appear and keep polluting as we do. We also need to be conscious about the damage that we have done year by year to the planet and try to find a balance in the new normal in order to protect the environment and get back in track again.
Every time you step into your car for a ride, try to analyze how much CO2 you will produce with it and how it will affect the environment. Also remember that there are other ways to move around and save some oxygen. Every time that we as humans take action on these issues, as small as this action might look like, a reaction will happen. It's a physics law. And it's up to you to decide how good or how bad your reaction is going to be. Small actions like not buying unnecessary goods that you can live without will have a positive impact as well. Or maybe use the bike, or maybe take the bus, or maybe just walk around or walk to your work. With the help of technology, we can do more stuff remotely from our home without going out. And by doing this, we don't contaminate that much. We now have seen a difference we have made. We just see that there is still hope to our planet, and we can make a difference. We just need to change our mindset and start contributing to make that change possible. As yesterday, I was watching David Attenborough, and he said that the glaciers are actually melting. He has more than 50 years documenting the planet and the wildlife, and he says that every year the glaciers and the icebergs are melting faster. So we need to take action, and it's up to us, the generations that are coming, to be active in the world's economic scenario, to take action and do our best to save our planet. Thank you.